Hello YouTube! Welcome to a special and extra. I'm doing Skype-Diving 2, Electric Boogaloo, whatever. I did a Skype-Diving video a while back when we were still playing around with the format and how we actually played over Skype, but I figured I would update it since we kind of refined it a little bit and show you exactly how we play over online so that if you wanted to play over webcam with me, anyone, whatever, then you can. I just have a basic setup here. I just wanted to go through the steps. It's not going to be a long video, just kind of going through what we have, the slight changes that we make just to accommodate the fact that the other person that you're playing isn't in the same room as you. The main things are, one, that you have all of your zones here. The keeping track of your damage should be done with something that the other person can easily see, like with a Steve Jackson kilometer, available at Warehouse 23 for any of your regular Munchkin games. This one that came with the Starfinder I Want It All box. So I usually set mine to 0 at the beginning. I just set it basically like here over the emblem, but because that's kind of a piece of unused real estate. When you're playing on Skype, you don't get playing with my widescreen here. You don't get the entire widescreen when you're playing on Skype. It cuts you in a little bit, especially if you're recording it for later purposes. So you might be able to see more of yours or less of the other person's, depending on what aspect ratio they're using or what their webcam is capable of. I was playing against someone in South Africa who didn't have quite the amount of bandwidth that we have, or the differences between us would create a little bit of lag, as you might expect. So we made a little bit of accommodations with that in resolution and aspect ratio. So a little bit less in the amount of screen that we had. So just take that into consideration. Make sure they can see everything that you have, and make sure that you can see everything that they have. Your pile of gold should be within view of their screen at all times and separate from where your purse is. Use an oversized D6 like this one, or you've seen on the other episodes the big squishy die, the big foam die. You can use that too if you have one. You can find them pretty easily on Amazon, the big foam dice, couple of inches wide. Or, these are just... I'm not sure what this is. This isn't 19 millimeter. I think this is a 24 millimeter. But, it's big enough to see on the screen. Ta-da, I rolled a 2. You have your horde here. Again, these mats are not available commercially. If you go to the ccg.games site, you can get the template for these mats, and then go to a site like Inked Gaming. Not sponsored, but we'd accept it. Go to Inked Gaming, and you can put the file, give the file to them, and get one of these mats made. The turnaround is pretty quick, and then you would have one of these mats. It's really nice. I like it a lot. It has the stash. I use this area up here for locations. That's just me, because it's again a piece of unused space. But your deck, your discards, all that good stuff, and then your purse over here. The biggest difference is that if you have cards that stick to the other person's the other person's cards, like bleed effects or the hot potato or anything like that, what you need is an opponent zone. So we take the opponent zone. I just took a random mouse pad. I wrote opponent zone on it. It was just something I wasn't using. And you take the card, the combo rat. I don't think there's anything that sticks in this deck. I grabbed a random deck just to throw them out. But, say you had, a combo rat or something, and you would say, I have, combo rat lives, and it goes into the opponent's zone. This means that it would normally be sticking to the other person's hero, which means it's not in your discards. So you couldn't just put it in the discards. It's not out of the game. It's in this nebulous place right now where you don't have access to it, but it's not out of the game and it's not in your discards. So you put it in the opponent's zone, and then they would have to have some sort of marker to denote that they now had a bleed effect. So I just got these random little tokens. You can use literally anything. You can use coins as long as you tell the other person, pennies are for bleed, nickels are for body is odiferous, or quarters are for the final countdown, whatever. But I just got these little things, and I wrote on a piece of paper, I wrote bleed, and then you put it on your hero card. Ta-da! And that reminds you at the beginning of your turn, he played 2 of them on me. I have 2 bleed effects. So at the beginning of my turn, on my reckoning, I need to take 2 damage. It's just that simple. So if the other person plays a hot potato on you, you just have one that says, potato, and with an arrow denoting its orientation as to whether it is zapped or not. Put that potato into your horde, zapped, because he would send it to you zapped, you would unzap it on your turn, and then zap it and send it back. At this point, I believe that you would put the token in the opponent's zone. And they would take the card back. Say, you have final countdown, which means I take damage when I draw a card, all that good stuff. And then if there's something that you didn't anticipate or make one ahead of time, it happens. You don't know all the cards in the deck, or in the set. Or if you do, you're basically me. But if you didn't anticipate the hero that they're playing, or they have more than one of say, the Curse of Quack, then you just have one marked special. Would you go, okay, I have one of these, it's marked special. He put the Curse of Quack on my potato. So that notes to me it can't unzap. So, it's not absolutely perfect, but it's 99% effective. And it helps be able to play against literally anyone, anywhere, while you're playing over online with the game that, we all love, because if you clicked on this video, you obviously love playing the Munchkin CCG, so, because it's just little old me. So, that is just our quick fix for the things that we can do to be able to play over online. The only sticking point that we've found is the drop bear. And basically what we've figured is one of 2 things. From trial and error, we've dropped an amazing amount of drop bears just for the purposes of statistics, and we found there's about a 1 in 20 chance when trying to aim of hitting one of the 2 hero cards when dropping it from at least a meter distance. Not outside the realm of possibility. So if you have that 1 in 20 chance, roll a d20. On a 1, you hit your own. On a 20, you hit the other guy's card, and then you get that damage. Or if you really want to be anal about it, take out another hero card, whatever hero they happen to be playing. Place that hero card in a location that would be adjacent to where they would be playing in a place that, in a case that they would be playing adjacent to you, and go ahead and drop it in front of them on the screen. If it lands on your hero, obviously you would take the damage. If it lands on the opposite hero, then they would take the damage, and vice versa. Just have a proxy hero card. That's basically the only other thing. I changed that to 20 instead of 2. So you also do that when you're doing upside down. But as I say, just make sure that your life is oriented towards them at any given time, so that they know how much life that you have left over. Because like the coins that come with it, when you put the tokens on your hero to denote your damage, that can get in the way of putting the bleed tokens on your hero. So that's why I suggest using this instead. Even if you normally use the life tokens on your hero to denote how much damage you have, like move over to the kilometer just so you can have the bleed tokens in this case. And so the other person doesn't get confused by seeing a smaller amount of screen to go, is that a 5 and 3 ones over there? What is that? And they just go over and they say, oh, okay, I know exactly how much damage you have on you. Like you have 5, and so all you have to do is ask, like, how much damage you have on you. What precisely do you have in front of you, loot wise? What is that? Is that a magic missile or is that a staff of magic? Just ask. And of course, the better webcam you have, the better resolution you're going to have. There's minor limitations, but I think that the advantages outweigh the disadvantages in this case. If you can't find anyone to play against in your area, this opens up a whole literal world of opponents. And anyone who wants to play against me, I will keep the challenge open. If you beat me, I'll send you a promo while supplies last. That has always stayed open, and I'll say, if you can beat Ranger Things, I'll send you 2. But in the meantime, be sure to watch our other episodes as they come up. Stay healthy out there. Play me online. Find me on Twitter, MalcavMan. Let us know on our social deets, topcitygamers@gmail. You can find me MalcavMan on the Steve Jackson forums. Tell me if you're going to FNordCon. It is still going on, and I will be running the CCG events there. There will be details about Skype-Diving. There will also be a deck building workshop. There will be a draft. There will be a tournament. There will be free play. I'll play against anybody who wants all weekend. Just let me know. Anything in the comments. Just say hi. I'm available. But the Zapped and Squished on Facebook. You can find me there as well. And be sure to like and subscribe and comment and share and be excellent to each other and all that good stuff. So we'll catch you next time.